Risen from the ashes to school the masses. Hello everyone, welcome to another edition of the Scholars of Wrestling show. I'm your man behind the microphone, Scholar Jeff. To my right is Scholar Tarek. What's going on, sir?
I wish we were on top of the cell right now so I can throw you off through your announce table, since you're the Mick Foley to my Undertaker.
Thank you.
Be honored, man.
I'm not sure if I should. Scholar Brian, to my left. Should I be honored with that, or should I be horribly frightened?
Little bit of both.
And he's the Terry Funk.
That's
good enough.
So,
and
oh boy,
the aliens have given me my car back right in time for a little bit of hell.
Beautiful.
But where's your shoe?
Better left unsaid, I guess. And joining us as our special guest this week, our new scholar friend, Scholar Dave. What's up, sir?
What's going on, guys? I think you should be honorably terrified, to kind of putting it in politely.
Clearly, you're getting the swing of things on the Scholars of Wrestling show very quickly, aren't you?
Well, since this is my first time really with the full... No, this is my second time with the full group.
Yeah.
I guess so. It doesn't take much for me.
Oh, it doesn't take much for any of us.
That's what she said?
Yes.
Oh,
she's a whore.
Whoring aside, we still have a lot to talk about this week in wrestling.
Pouring out the cell.
That's Hell in a Cell 2017, yet another WWE production. But before we get into that...
Oh, not just WWE, fool. Smackdown production.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
But we're not...
Yay.
Before we get into SmackDown's goings-on, first off, I believe you've got a lot to say with this week's Raw report.
Indeed, I do. But before I go on my little soapbox rant here, it's just the big news that came out of this one is Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel basically getting chaired out of this future 6-man tag match with the new reunion of The Shield, now replaced with Sheamus and my man Cesaro.
Well, let's
There
face
you
it.
go.
Okay, let's face
Made the
it.
match 10 times better.
Which match would you rather see?
Oh, the latter.
Exactly.
Quite,
so it's
quite.
like when it first started, you had The Miz, Bo Dallas, and Curtis Axel, and it's like they'll bring the Shield back for this.
Yeah, I think that was kind of the thing where it's like everybody's kind of like, really, this crap. I mean, it was on the collision course to making it like The Rock and Cena versus The Miz and R-Truth. I mean, if you're gonna have Cena and Rock tag team, it should have been a better match with caliber talent. Not taking anything away from R-Truth, but it was.
I love that they left the Miz out of that statement.
I mean, come on now. At that point, he was a former WWE champion.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he had that
It
credibility
makes sense.
already right there. But either way, back to my original point. They're on that collision course of like, okay, you have The Miz and two jobbers against 3 former WWE champions, 3 multi-time world champions.
They're gonna
and the
annihilate
Shield.
them in seconds.
Yes.
Okay.
So it makes sense to have another former world champion with them in Sheamus, and then an all-around badass in Cesaro.
Future world champion.
and just
I knew that was
Should
coming.
be future world champion.
just keep the feuds going that you've been going. Okay, the Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins versus Sheamus and Cesaro feud. Why not?
Right.
Why not keep it going? It makes perfect sense.
They were the
Wait,
match for
did
No
you
Mercy.
say a WWE produced product that's not NXT makes perfect sense?
It's weird because the tag team
A segment
divisions,
does.
the tag team divisions on both shows, okay, make perfect sense. While everything else is, what the hell am I looking at? What is happening?
It's actually something that I talked with Dave before. Like, actually, I think it was after No Mercy. That it's not exactly the tag team divisions per se. It's just the people who are the tag champs and the people who are fighting for the titles for both Raw and SmackDown.
It's weird for me because even the Hype Bros thing that they've got going on right now makes sense.
Oh, they're at
Yeah.
So it's like
But they're breaking up another tag team. Why?
Mojo.
Who cares? Well, what has he done other than? Well, I'm not going to say it. This is
yeah, you're just about to take my anti-Mojo here.
I added Mojo to that Mojo Jojo.
Wow.
Oh, this is going to be a fun
Powerpuff Girls
show.
reference? Really, Dave?
Yes.
Nothing against Powerpuff Girls, but wow.
Why the hell not?
Why the
And
hell
we're not
not?
even 6 minutes in.
You're the ones that brought me here. What the hell were you thinking?
Oh, we're in the mood for some fun tonight.
But yes, the match just now got 10 times better. This is going to be the main event for TLC since Brock Lesnar is MIA, and it only leaves
TLC match?
6-man tag TLC.
Yeah.
That could be. That would be amazing.
That actually would be good.
With this combination of guys,
I think that actually is gonna happen. But then there's also, I guess this is now just gonna be Scholars Quick Talk. What are they gonna do with Braun Strowman?
Honestly, whatever they do with him, I don't care. Truthfully, I hope they do what the rumor is, that they're doing another superstar shakeup. Bring him over to SmackDown. The people are already cheering for him anyway. Put the WWE title on him and get it off Jinder Mahal. And have it happen that way. That's just me being like the ultimate optimist and like thinking outside the box. I mean, heaven forbid. But for Raw, I don't know what you can do with him. I really don't know, because Joe's injured.
And there's only so many times you can have him walking around the back, just randomly stumble on someone and throw him through a grate or whatever. So
Honestly,
it's an instant feud starter, though.
It actually brings a question. Wait, there's now another rumor of a superstar shakeup. I know there was one talked about for after SummerSlam, but
there's a rumor every month.
Oh, is
about
there?
Yeah,
a
but this one-
superstar shakeup. So.
This one in particular, because they kind of want to move KO
Yeah.
away from SmackDown after the Hell in a Cell match, regardless of the result.
Yeah, they want to bring him over to Raw, I'm sure, to continue with Stephanie McMahon and Triple H and that kind of deal.
Understandable, but also really looking at it, that's one thing you take away from SmackDown again. A big name.
Yeah,
Or
it's
you
one-
trade, or you just don't do a superstar shakeup. You just do a straight trade.
But then I'll add to that comment. Who would you trade for?
Kevin Owens for Braun Strowman.
Other than that,
I don't think.
No.
I honestly don't think that
Honestly-
Raw would be stupid. Like storyline wise, Raw would be stupid enough to trade Braun Strowman, because also look at it, it's a story.
and I think in reality, though, I think it Raw and storyline. Okay, it makes
Cesaro.
zero sense. No,
Cesaro's
Cesaro
not
to
going to
SmackDown.
as
No,
much as you
no.
want it. It won't
keep the
happen.
bar. Keep the bar together. This is
Oh,
a good
trust
thing.
me,
going.
there's a bar right here,
No,
and
no.
it's all over
Oh,
for Cesaro,
God.
baby. And that's why it'll even become a harder bar.
Giggity.
Him going to SmackDown and winning that WWE Championship. Oh, sorry, you think that's my hand, but no, that's really my penis.
And folks, yes, you can say penis on this podcast network. But anyway, while Jeff turns bright red over here.
Oh, well, trust me, it'll take more than that for me to
He
finish.
is turning bright red.
It'll take more
I'm
than that for me
biting
to
my
finish
tongue.
with Cesaro.
So,
Climax.
but
Let's
honestly,
try and keep it PG-13, shall we, kids?
Never!
No.
it is PG-13. Well, never mind. But anyway, but as far as SmackDown goes, okay, storyline sense wouldn't make sense, but trading Braun Strowman in reality, like in the grand scheme of things, I think would be fantastic, because you see that. I mean, I don't know if you guys follow it, but on Twitter I look at it all the time, and the people posting pictures of all the blacked out sections, or just the hard cam side of the crowd is just completely bare. So I think Braun Strowman, he's larger than life. You got to bring Braun in and another person or two from Raw to SmackDown to try and even the playing field. I would say for argument's sake, bring over Wyatt, Strowman, and then just for the hell of it, why not bring over Paige? I know she's being talked about for Raw, but you're going to have Asuka on Raw. You're overpowering Raw. Give some love to SmackDown. But anyway, I digress.
Yeah, a lot of this stuff I will go... What we're talking about, I'm going to go into greater detail personally when I make my predictions for Hell in a Cell later on.
All right, go ahead. Not now, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, sorry,
move on to your next topic.
Yeah, Fool, do you have anything else to add about Raw this week?
Oh, do I?
All right, take us home.
Speaking of Paige, the second biggest story to come out of Raw, right behind the reuniting Shield against my man Cesaro and Sheamus, and my favorite championship being held by The Miz, is the big discussion with our good old Uncle Bray.
Oh boy!
As soon as the one, what I loved about it is that even Finn was just like, I already beat him as the Demon. I've already beaten him as the Man. What more does Bray Wyatt want? And I loved the video package of him saying she never lies, or she's never lied to me. And he's talking about Sister Abigail is looking forward to meeting you. And then he does a laugh that's mixing with him and a female voice, Sister Abigail, and you see his face changing to, essentially, it's going to be his makeup. Since, Sister Abigail... Okay, how I took it, he's wearing the makeup. Sister Abigail is going to be, for Bray Wyatt, what the Demon is for Finn Balor.
I thought that was pretty obvious.
I'm
for
pretty
me.
sure that's the plan, yeah.
Oh, yeah. You said it right there, fool. It's pretty obvious what they're doing. But there are a bunch of Bray Wyatt fan sites. There are Dave Meltzer and Brian Alvarez. There's even this guy right here, which would made it even greater that we're having you on the show tonight.
Wait, hold on. So where he's going to go at with this is because being the wise ass I sometimes feel like being over on Twitter, I said, imagine if Sister Abigail turns out to be JoJo.
He's just adding fuel to this flame that's burning inside me of everyone saying, oh, now we're finally going to have a physical Sister Abigail, huh? We're actually going to see someone who should be Sister Abigail. Maybe it's Paige. They'll just repackage Paige. Or it's someone from the Mae Young Classic. Who could it possibly be?
Sarah Logan.
And you have Simon Miller basically saying, oh, I'm going to give the Bray Wyatt Finn it down because all Bray Wyatt does is just say gobbledygook. Well, you know what? Fuck that. I said it once. That's my deal. Yet last week was the only exception. It's clear as day what they're doing. If you are able to follow this storyline, which is not as convoluted as people make it out to be, after his feud with Randy Orton, quote, quote, kills the spirit of Sister Abigail. Bray Wyatt, quote, quote, again, bathed in her ashes. They slowly hinted at something that him bathing in her ashes let something loose inside of him. They hinted at it when he faced Luke Harper that one time, and he was spitting out some kind of goop out of his mouth, black goop out of his mouth, and he looked sickly. And then after that, they never talked about it again. That was all they did. They eventually planted a seed, which, how I look
It's a literary term. Hold it.
How I look at it is them actually continuing with that, now having Sister Abigail be Bray Wyatt's demon that basically strengthens him. The fact that people are trying to make this make him have a physical Sister Abigail, for people complaining that, oh man, they're just gonna put Bray Wyatt in drag. That's just stupid. Oh, why does this have to be so mythical and all? That's the point of Bray Wyatt. He's a mythical character. They're trying to make him a new-esque Undertaker.
People like the Undertaker.
People like the Undertaker. And it's not. It is storytelling. It's fantasy. WWE storytelling is fantasy.
You know what this is?
Why is this so hard for Bray Wyatt? He's not going to be dressed in drag. All they're doing is going to have his hair more dangled in front of his face, and you're going to see his Sister Abigail, quote, makeup for TLC.
I'll tell you exactly what this is.
It's so obvious.
This is Dragon Ball Z. And really, now we've got a second Super Saiyan. Seriously.
That's probably the best reference that you can do.
I actually thought you were going to go with that Bray Wyatt is Piccolo and Sister Abigail is Kami, but Super Saiyan works too.
Either way,